Welcome to episode 149 of the Quest Lore series, Regicide. To start this quest you must have completed Plague City, Biohazard and Underground Pass. King Laphas says he's ready to move against his brother Tyrus. To recap, Tyrus went on many expeditions to the west. On one of them he was captured by the Dark Lord, with whom he joined forces. King Laphas built a wall around West Ardoin as a barrier to the rest of the world. The plague was made up as an excuse for the cordon. The plan is now to make contact with the elves that inhabit the western lands. Lord Iorwerth will send some representatives to meet you on the other side of the underground pass. You're to find King Tyrus and kill him. Also, currently the elves are dealing with a rebellion. You go through the underground pass until you make it to Ivan's temple. You enter the well here and then exit the cave, making it into the elven land. As you run west, an elf called Idris appears, but he quickly dies to some of Lord Iorwerth's guards. They tell you to go west so that you can meet Lord Iorwerth. You jump over leaf traps and go past stick traps. Whilst on the way you get some rabbit. Then you step over tripwires and eventually make it across a log balance into Lord Iorwerth's camp. He supports you in defeating Tyrus, although his camp is currently facing an issue with a rebellion. Tyrus has moved his camp to a new place, so you have to find it. He suggests that you find a tracker who's been looking for it. He's at Tyrus's old camp to the south. But he doesn't trust you as you've got nothing to prove that Lord Iorwerth sent you, so he hands you a crystal pendant. You show the pendant to the elf tracker and he now trusts you. The elf tracker is currently trying to trace the renegade brethren of the rebellion instead of Tyrus at the moment. You investigate near the blue mushrooms and find some tracks which lead to some impassable woodland. He tells you to look at the dense woodland with new eyes and you're able to go through. On the other side, a Tyrus guard appears. You defeat him and then travel north, going past a tripwire and through some more dense forest. You make it to Tyrus's camp and talk with General Hinning. It seems that King Tyrus isn't willing to see anyone at the moment. You then take some of the nearby barrels and south of the elf tracker you fill them with coal tar. You also take some sulfur here from the pile nearby. Once again you return to Lord Iorwerth. He hands you a book detailing explosive reactions and how to create bombs. You get quicklime by melting limestone in a furnace, and then you grind it with a pestle and mortar, and with a pot in your inventory you make a pot of quicklime. Then you grind some ground sulfur and make your way to Rimington. You talk to the chemist and he explains how to use the pressure machine outside. You use the barrel of coal tar on the fractionalizing still. You increase the pressure till it's in the green zone, and then you add some coal to increase the heat, but not overheating. Once the bar is full, you get the barrel of naphtha. You then use the pot of quicklime and the ground sulfur on the barrel and use a strip of cloth as a fuse, making the barrel bomb. Once again you go through the underground pass and head back to the catapult north of Lord Tyrus's camp. You give the guard a cooked rabbit which distracts him from the catapult. You load it with a barrel bomb that you've just made and then operate the winch, causing a massive explosion in King Tyrus's camp. You then make your way back to Lord Iorwerth. He hands you a letter to show King Laphas in East Ardoin. You now have access to the pass through Arendar. As you try to enter Ardoin's castle, Arianwin speaks to you. He is the leader of the Elven Resistance. He's been observing you since you entered the Elven land and saw that you're the one who killed King Tyrus. He unlocks the message from Lord Iorwerth to King Laphas, which says that they are one step closer to welcoming the Dark Lord into the realm, and that Camelot will be crushed underfoot. It turns out that King Laphas has been manipulating you into executing the plan to bring forth Zamorak and everyone dying. He tells you to act normal as you go to King Laphas, but then to return to Turanwin and seek out Isilwin and Elened in the Azafdar forest. They will bring you back to Arianwin. The king doesn't suspect you, and you are rewarded with 13,750 agility XP and 15,000 coins. Completing this quest is a requirement for Roving Elves, which is the next quest I'll be completing.